And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Pyre. I know I said I was going to play Disco Elysium today, but stuff has gotten in the way. Game's honestly kind of getting to me a bit, so I asked if I could play Pyre again instead today. Probably going to get more Disco Elysium next month. I have been advised to use the Beyonder Crystal to get back into the swing of things, so I guess we'll open with a little practice. Oh yeah, we had conversations to have in the Black Wagon. Alright, Ray. Oh, hi, mister. I'm so happy right now. I'm happy because I was so worried about Mr. Headwind for a while there, you know? He was so kind to me when we first met. Him and Mr. Dariel and Mr. Greentail and you, too. But I just really like him. She sighs. She seems happy to be here. Say, do you, She trails off for a moment. Do you think he likes me too? Aren't you, like, 12? I should know Hedwin enjoys her company, but may not share her feelings beyond that. So this is about her having a crush. Oh. He's like a grown man and she's like 14, so I think I should let her down. Ray should know Hedwin enjoys her company, but may not share her feelings beyond that. Is Hedwin not a grown man? I thought he had history as a soldier. No, I was, Count Bob said no, he's not. Hedwin's definitely an adult. Okay, yeah. I'm going to let her down. Gently, you let her know Hedwin is undoubtedly happy to have Ray as a friend, though that may be the extent of his feelings. He has a responsibility to the whole group. She stares at you a moment. Then she begins to laugh. Oh, you're so silly, mister. I didn't mean like him like that. That's so embarrassing. Alright, fair enough. You made it sound like that. Besides, I think that maybe he's a little old, you know? Yes, he is. For you, anyway. I'm going to go cheer him up. This is a funny story. Just gonna tell him all about this, huh? She bounds off, leaving you to wonder what just happened exactly. Ray gained +1 hope for the next right. Oh. Alright, let's practice. Oh, we're actually fighting on the book. That's pretty cool, actually. This place. So, we're back. Look there. Our host approaches. Sandra appears and looks upon your fellow exiles. Welcome to the practice rites. Thanks. Great to be back. Love the decor, honest. Silence, cur. You are fortunate your reader summoned you again. You could use a little discipline. Now, come forth and let us see how capable you are. No enlightenment is awarded, of course. Press start to return to the wagon at any time. I guess we'll go Ray, Rookie, Headwind. Yep, I'm gonna practice the other ways to get in. Is one of my practice opponents the little worm? That's pretty funny. Oh, come on. Thanks for the ball. Oh, I can jump over those barriers. Okay. If you jump in the pyre, you get bonus points? Oh, alright. Oh, I get a trophy for doing a practice battle. Alright. If you throw it, no one gets exiled. Ooh. All right, let's continue the journey. South Sea current towards Stormwall brims with large sea creatures. Tizo seems very eager to see the wagon head in this direction. The north current towards Stormwall passes by old carcasses of ships long gone. Rookie spotted wreckage in the area and believes there could be valuables to find. Ooh. Well, I haven't found valuables. Oh, throwing the ball will do less damage unless it's fully charged. Ah, gotcha. I think I'm going to go to Ragged Rock. The remnants of a shattered fleet do little to raise the confidence of your companions, given that the massive, deathless tempest rages to the north, not far from your position. We ought to be more concerned with that storm than in finding trinkets, Greentail. Oh, relax already, Jody, and let me do my job. I don't show up when you're out there keeping watch and start telling you to come off it now, do I? You interrupt me in the middle of my work no fewer than 4 times per day. They go on like this for some time before turning to you. Investigating the wreckage is going to take time, and you may find something to show for it. Yes. You suggest it may well be worthwhile to continue searching through the wreckage after having come this far. Rookie grins wide. Knew you'd see it my way, chum. Now let's see what we can get. After an exhaustive search? Sorry, chum. I think I was just chasing the refraction of the sun or something. There's nothing down there. Jadariel fumes at all of this, but says nothing. Jadariel lost a hope for the next right. Come on. Well, this was a trap. Unless there's a random chance as to which one you're going to get. You and your companions look upon the deathless tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it, yet the very thought is beyond reason. Then something in the nearby water stirs, and from it springs something familiar. Hold, good ladies and good sirs. This knight beseeches you to hear him, if you please. Are you going to take us under the water? What is it now, worm? The rites are ended. We have no further need of you. Oh, but you do. Yeah, we kind of do, Jadariel. And in turn, this knight has further need of you, good lady. Wait, are you going to join our team? That would be awesome. Out with it, then. Let us be joined. Let this knight join you. Please. Hell yes. Can you believe this, Hedwyn? Not really, no. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valor in the rites did stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you, upon his long-lost honor as a would-be knight-errant of the Sea Dominion, that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other boss? Did you get sick of his abuse? What about your other worm friends back there, the Pyre hearts? They are base cowards. This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters, having witnessed true glory in our clash upon the hulk of Ores. Never before have we been trounced so thoroughly. And furthermore, this knight shall aid your passage through the deathless tempest. Is it not so that you seek passage to the north? With this knight's aid you shall achieve your wish. Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for quite some time. He seems to know a way to cross the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. Jadariel pulls the rest of you aside, after Hedwyn gives her a look. Are you most sure that Sandalwood would want this thing along? Mostly sure. Sandalwood wants someone for each mask. This one seems about as good as we're going to get. Someone for each mask? So we're supposed to pick up more people as part of the deal. All right. Okay, let's ban this view botter. Goodbye. Jadariel glowers back at the worm, who tries his best to look presentable. Oh, he's got scars, huh? Hedwyn is more gracious. He tells Sir Gilman that if he promises to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, that he can come along, for now. This knight is overjoyed, and he hereby swears to see you pass the storm. Though first, this knight requires your consent. Give unto this knight your blessings in the name of the Nightwings, and thus shall he go forth. Sir Gilman seems to be asking your permission for something? Yes? As you begin to say something in response, Sir Gilman cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depths. Yet, Through this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he is going and what he intends to do. So Gilman is determined to help you cross the deathless tempest, help see his mission through. Gilman's great. Sir Gilman has an aura trail that extends behind him for a circle to snap to the end of the trail. Huh. I missed the very end of that hint because I was looking at chat at first. Determined to prove himself to you and the Nightwings, Sir Gilman emerges somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Solace and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you can hear this knight, then, he implores you now, lend him your guidance. This knight's objective ought be not far east of here. Today we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. Know, however, that among this knight's brethren, the actions we are about to take are highly forbidden. But they are highly just. Thus, Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. Okay, so I have to fight other worms, I'm guessing. Okay, so he teleports back to the start of his trail. Oh, and he damages everything along the way. Okay. Hark! Yonder lie the foul spawn of unfathomed Plurnace, boiling the sea with their wrath. The sea titan, once slain by the scribe under King Ores, her brood lies dormant in the sea. Tales of her monstrosity long spread across the world. Exiled worms within these waters long have harbored these abominations, using them to bar passage through the downside's channels for any save this knight's own kind. Begone now from here, fiends. This night shall finish what the Under King Ores started. Oh, okay, I just gotta pop the bubbles? Alright. Uh-oh. Hold it right there, you traitorous slug. How dare you turn your back on this knight, to your superior? Superior by rank no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth. Last this night checked. Here you hold no sway over this knight. Ah! And what have you done to the spawn? Have you no honor left at all? This knight has done that which required doing. His honor cannot sink much lower anyhow. He figured this would be an ideal time to free himself from servitude to you. Why, you dare to staunch the tempest for those Nightwings? Good Sir Deluge. This knight was born to dare. Hell yes. Now come and fight this knight if you so dare as well. Ah, Pyre hearts, banish him. This is an order. What now, Sir Deluge? Shall you not face this knight yourself and leave the dirty work unto your charges? Fine, Gilman. You wish to stand against your commander, then have it your way. Oh, right. This guy's apparently really dangerous. In lore, anyway. Sir Marsh, Lady Seagrass, to me! Banish now this troublemaker. Sir Marsh. He is a Worm Knight, duty-bound to serving Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts. She is a Worm Knight, blah, 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 blah. Okay. One shot. You are master of this night no longer, Sir Deluge. Thus shatter our fraternal bonds. This knight would say it was an honor serving you, Sir Deluge, but that would be a bald-faced lie, and yet another stain upon his blackened reputation. Until we meet again! Wait, you lowly traitor! This knight will have your head! Gilman! So Gilman cannot throw the ball. He can just teleport backwards through his aura. As the day wears on, there is still no sign of the Worm Knight. Your companions grow restless. But then, hail! This knight returns with newfound tales to tell and new scars to show for them. No, you have no new scars. You took 0 damage in that fight. Sir Gilman is sopping wet and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. Wait, what's the ball throw button? I thought it was circle. He is, in short, the very image of a Worm Knight. And, more importantly, that little Tempest ought to no longer pose a threat. For now. Behold! As if on cue, the deathless Tempest begins to simmer and subside. Square's the jump button, isn't it? Yeah, square's the jump button. Oh, I guess I hold square to throw the ball. Would you look at that? He really did it. Of course this knight did it. Now, if it would be all right with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Worm Knight then collapses in exhaustion. You and Hedwig help him up. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Nightwings. Huzzah! Sir Gilman joined the group. He also revealed a path north for you. Bid him welcome! I see now why you guys were so excited about Gilman last time. Deathless Tempest. Well, the storm is still going. I guess this is the eye of the hurricane? With Sir Gilman's aid, you managed to breach the Tempest. You were true to your word, Worm. I shall give you that. But now what? We are stranded in this cursed storm. A most excellent question, and for one most fair. Call me that once more, and I shall tie you in a knot. Ah, and from one most spirited as well. This knight was wise to side with ye. Throwing is hold X, okay. Just, where do we turn from here? Answer the question, now. Sir Gilman does no such thing, although eventually he does make note of a specific current that should lead you to the lands beyond. If I may, I can corroborate Sir Gilman's account. We are close to making landfall. Then let me be the first to say, let's go. We're on the verge of sailing across the Sea of Solace. Say, Tariq. Aye, Rookie, what is it? That lute you're always carrying around. You know how to play that thing, don't you? Why, I suppose I do. You've never played it for us, have you? Good, because I was thinking it's a little gloomy here, and we could use a little tune to lighten up the mood, know what I mean? Aye. Then let me see what I can do.
Before the salt and roiling sea, the moon began to cry. The valley ran with sorrowful tears and filled the waters high. The misty morning over the brine relies a leaden sky. The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise.
So, have I heard this song before? and have just forgotten about it, or is this just because it's in the same style as something from other Supergiant games that it sounds familiar? I may have heard the start of this song before. Oh, he's run out of lyrics.
The place where Plurner scuttled her foe, the doomed ship still resides. The Titan met her end on its prow, forsaken by the tides. In death she leaves her stain on the place. The tempest never dies. Her final throes and shivers and shakes 1,000 years gone by. Oh, oh,
All right, let's move on. Oh, that was the end of the song. All right. Black Basin. Is that fire on the water? At last your wagon rumbles onto solid, jagged ground, the land called Black Basin. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagon so you can take stock of how best to reach your destination. Black glass, searing vapor, and strangling forests mark the forsaken lands that loom across the sea. The 8 scribes first discovered this, the northern landmass of the downside. Is that a Gilman? Sir Gilman's crest. Official certification of knighthood in the Commonwealth, off-soft by Worm Knights. Can't talk to him about it. Let's talk to the worm. You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. He regards you with his single eye. Hail, Master Reader! This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Nightwings. He shall ensure that this triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. Well, there are 6 of us now, so I don't think we're really a triumvirate anymore. This is such an honor, and this knight has a great deal of honor to regain. Having fled the Pyre Hearts, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honorable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name. They are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong! The exile who refuses to obey the rules as they were written by the Under King Ores and his 7 friends deserves neither his honor nor his freedom. Thusly does this knight have confidence the Master Reader shall resist any temptations to conduct the rites in any underhanded fashion. Now then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness. So, please excuse him, Master Reader. You're a worm. Do you sweat? He slithers off, humming some sort of chivalrous tune. Ask what is on her mind. So then, we are back on solid land, or something like it, hmm? Then this must be Black Basin. Flames and noxious fumes on one side, suffocating forest on the other. Lovely, lovely place. So good of you to take me here. You truly would pursue those blasted stars until the farthest corners of this land, it seems. Though I had better cease my blasphemy, or else the scribes themselves just might descend from up on high and strike me with another much-deserved penalty. The thrill of such transgressions, reader! Sometimes it keeps me going, not that I have any real choice. Now, we had best get back to our normal business, as it were. The Worm Scribe and also those other 7 guys, yeah. Survey the surroundings. You find that Hedwyn has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Alright, everyone. Don't go too far, and let's meet back by dusk. Please, use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are, well, rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. Eventually, your companions make their way back, and everyone arrives as planned, or earlier. Excuse me. Hi, everyone. I'm back. I have come back. Ray returns from the east with little to report, save for word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This knight yet lives, although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Sir Gilman, returns from a northern pass, visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Krahirok! Tizo wonders whether any species of fish lives in the pools or rocks nearby. Lava fish, which can be caught in Hades. The little imp Tizo seems disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you, near to the wagon. There is a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by the light of dawn, the shadows and the crags may well cover our advance against whomever may be watching. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madam, though in my experience we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb towards the nest of Trieste. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The exiled harp matriarch lives in solitude among these very cliffs. The exiles of the high-wing remnants. You may have no love for them, inherently, but they have no such qualms with me, for now. I may be able to negotiate safe passage. The last surviving faction of the winged harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth, they are as coarse as their feathers. They hold themselves superior. The Archjustice Andromeles the Ninth. Negotiate with them? Then Hedwyn steps in as the lone minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now. That much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Jodario glares at the sky as everyone else disperses. Use well your time. What are our 3 options? Forage for resources, study in private, mentor a companion. Right. Small global bonuses. Hope or presence? Why don't we go for hope? The path to freedom beckons you to press on. Highwing Cove. The Lone Minstrel believes he can negotiate safe passage with the harps via this path. Who knows? Maybe Hedwin will meet his old love. Chodario wishes to avoid the harps by staying on low ground. We're going to do the more interesting thing and go to Highwing Cove. And see if the shopkeep has made it here. Show yourselves, you frightened little birds. That is a bad start, Jodariel. All day long, winged shadows cross the sun. You are being watched. Jodariel is very unhappy about it, though the lone minstrel now attempts to calm her. Perhaps I can communicate with them. Please, believe me, madam, when I say your enmity towards the harps had best be held in check here. Jodariel looks at him with fury in her eyes, yet he retains his calm demeanor. Soon she grants his request with a silent gesture. Then he calls toward the heavens. Good sisters, we are humble travelers, such as you, and beg your leave. We journeyed by the sea, and seek safe passage through your lands. We shall not disturb your hunting, or your nests. The request is met with nothing but silence. You search in vain for any indication of acknowledgement. Then, without notice, one of them appears. She swoops the minstrel up and out of sight before Jodariel can respond. Damnation! Wait here, I shall go find him. For a long, terrible moment, you are alone with your panic. Soon, however, the lone minstrel returns amid the sound of flapping wings. He dusts his cloak and calls out toward them. We thank you for your hospitality, good sisters. We shall be on our way. Having seen this, Jodariel returns, sullen. Thank God she didn't get hold of any of the harpies. The exiles of the High-Wing remnants are letting you pass, for now. It seems they are having some dispute within their ranks, and wish no further troubles for the time. It is a warning, one that leaves Jodariel fuming. Jodariel lost -4 hope for the next right? Excuse me? What the fuck? I guess we're not fucking using Jodariel. Oh hey, it's the Unicorn Titan. At last you arrive at the nest of Trieste, where the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watched your wagon's ascent and remain watching now. Age revealed the hunt for Myr. In the words of Golgolathanian, the Master General, my Emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quest and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the imp Haub that nursed him back to health and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of Myr would come in search for him, some under employment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. All right, shopkeep. Oh, hey, you guys. What brings you way out here? No, wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. All I want is you to get the best deals on the downside. All right, we've got 35 gold. All right, let's do presence or casting range. After dousing the adversary's pyre, the bearer's pyre restored. Any adversaries banished by the bearer take longer to return, plus 1 second. I'll take the Stardust. Hits return immediately. +3 quickness. Let's try leveling up the lucrative contract. See what happens. Oh, it's still +1. It just increases how many times per ride it can happen. I see. Pleasure doing business with you guys. So, alright. You reached the celestial landmark and soon will stand against your adversaries. One sec, be right back. Let's begin. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted lands called the Nest of Trieste, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no sign of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. Oh, we're playing against some harpies, huh? This, then, is what passes for the Nightwings now. Such a rabble, not even dressed for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird. We have not come for talk. No, you have come on behalf of your commonwealth. No, not that either. Mark well my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. With that, the harp swoops off as Jodariel glowers after her. It is only then that you realize another harp has come. Is it Hedwyn's girlfriend? She is quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know not of my interest. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name's Pamitha Thane. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants, now bound in exile. What do you mean she appears to be? She's clearly a harpy. The surly one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now, though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. Oh, that is not the right tack to take with Jodariel, Pamitha. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? It's gonna make me use Jodariel, isn't it? Just then, Hedwyn shows up to intervene. He whispers something to Jodariel. No, Hedwyn, you cannot be serious. Jody, I'm asking you to trust me on this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the by, however did you make it all this way across the sea? Didn't see you fly in. Gilman speaks up. Trust is something I am loath to give away, Hedwyn. But you have set our course thus far, and I have followed. So, do as you must. That sandalwood had better have an explanation for all this. Jodariel storms off as Hedwyn turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants someone for each mask. I hadn't expected we'd run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? So we are going to recruit her. You turn your attention to Pamitha, who has been watching with bemused interest. A reader, are you? Pleasure to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like, and tell your comrade there the truth of it, why don't you? You sense that she is conflicted about something, though you do not know what. You also sense, however, that her motives, here and now, are earnest. I'm going to say she seems alright. Oh, Jodariel's going to be so pissed that we have one of these on our team. You tell Hedwyn that you think the group should take its chances with Pamitha and take her at her word. My thoughts as well. I think and hope Jodariel will come around. He then turns to Pamitha. I'm Hedwyn. We'll accept your offer on 2 conditions if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why, sure, I love a good condition or 2. First, after we're finished here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jodariel, whom you met earlier. So no pushing at her. Be friendly, but not button pushy. Brilliant! I had no plans to stick around here anyway. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get on famously. Yeah, I doubt. Now, I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use, because I think the rite is getting started. You look up and see that she is right. Pamitha Thane joined you. She has a score to settle. Bid her welcome. I guess we're using Pamitha in this fight.
I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now. Yet here you are, somehow, upon the nest of Triumph.
Yeah, somehow.
And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with 2. One from the Pyre,
those are arrows.
And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see.
Okay, so I'm guessing she's fast, and I'm guessing ground auras have a different effect on them. From a distance, you observe as Pamitha, now clad in Nightwing's raiments, heads toward your adversaries in the rites. You, what sort of heathen harp would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the bindings on her mask. Hello there, Tamitha. She is one of the winged harps. Tamitha's blood sister stares back at her a while before responding. What in the saint's name are you doing here with them? Wait a minute. There were 8 scribes. There are 6 and they were of the various races. There are 6 of us so far of various races. I'm betting there will be 8 of us before we're done. What in the saint's name are you doing here with them? 5th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Disciplined or the Blessed Board. The eldest of the harp matriarchs, she anointed the Book of Rites and gave its words their power. Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister, I've come to have a word with you. Save it. I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. You expect me to believe that you came all this way for talk? You waste your time, as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence! You shan't have come here, and the time for talk is long since past. If only you could see yourself. Again, consorting with my enemies. Fine, then. Savor their defeat. But I warn you, stay away from me. Pamitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away again. Okay, so they got funky auras. Pamitha gets your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this rite on your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not eaten him, as is the tendency among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for thee. Sir Gilman refuses to participate in the rites this night so that Pamitha can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Pamitha should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you.
Who shall strive for freedom?
I guess I can only use Pamitha?
Pamitha.
Why, I thought you'd never ask there, darling. I accept. If the little bird is going to conduct the rites for us, then I shall not. Oh, is it going to be a thing from now on that I cannot use Jodariel and Pamitha together? Okay. Let's go Ruki and Ray. Oh, there are 7 of us, not 6. Sir Gilman says chivalrous, yeah. I should get Hedwyn some EXP.
Decided yet?
I'll use Hedwyn.
Hedwyn.
And Ruki.
Ruki. Very well.
Come then, sister. Perhaps when we are finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Pamitha. How poetic that we meet here in the downside. I can think of nowhere else where I would rather see you rot for what you did to our people and to me. Okay, so how do the harpies work? Pamitha seems to sense your presence and then catches your attention. Hello there, reader darling. If I'm to be at your mercy in all this, I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in a state of banishment. Yeah, I'll try. Quickly, let me show you what we sisters of the High-Wing Remnants can do.
Reader, you put yourself amidst a feud between 2 sisters? That seems entirely unwise. Even for you. Tread lightly around that exiled Pamitha.
Okay, so she's gonna...
Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
Pamitha's dash knocks others away. Huh. She's got a funky aura. While tackling Pamitha cannot be banished. Interesting. See, darling, we harps were not so bad. Now I suppose we'd better get to work, Just don't go underestimating Tamitha over there. I trust you'll do the best you can. She is a vengeful tactician of the High-Wing Remnants who plot the Commonwealth's ruin. To the skies, sisters! Talon formation! Whoops, wrong button.
Best laid plans do oft to go awry.
Hedwyn, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly? I wish I did right about now. Then listen up. My blood sister there. She'll swoop right past you if you're careless. But we harps simply cannot get much altitude down here. So, if she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it and catch her in the act. She always hated when I used to do that to her. Okay, so I can intercept. Press square to block flying adversary 0 of 3. Oh, come on.
Too bad. Brilliantly done.
The fast talker. I assume that score a bunch of goals with Rookie?
Neither triumvirate is closer than the other. Onward thus to greater glory. Your pyre burns brighter for the while.
Oh, there goes Hedwyn. Oh, I dashed right into her.
You down.
Oh, come on. All right. All right, this is a little troublesome.
Poor exile.
She just dropped herself in the fire.
The flames of freedom. Good.
Wrong button. Oh, dash right into it. Damn it.
Be rather
This is rough. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Your pyre sputters. One careless step.
Okay, they keep killing themselves. That's pretty silly.
Too bad for that one. One false move. She soared right in.
Nice. Okay. Damn you, Pamitha! You are no true Thane. To think that you have the gall to call me sister, still, after everything you wrought upon us. The feared clan of the Highwing Remnants, Pamitha and Tamitha are its surviving members. I hate to break it to you, Tamitha, but I don't think my actions, however much they hurt you, had any effect on our familial status. Look, I know I've wronged you. That's why I'm here. You don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story? If I wanted to hear more lies and deceptions, I ought to have asked the Commonwealth to stay my sentence for a while. Well, if you have come all this way to face me, Pamitha, then come and do it. Well, she can't, because I just had her dive in. You and me! You think that you see Pamitha shake her head. Everyone, stay back. Alright. Whoops.
What do those two think they're doing? The rights are not the place to settle petty scores.
Got it.
And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. Such a well-conducted victory it was. The right is done.
Hooray! You Commonwealth filth. Only through that traitor's help could you have beaten us. You postponed the coming of our liberty. But we are ever patient, and our sisters on the other side shall have their day, with or without my aid. Tamitha, wait. Please. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. I hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pamitha stands motionless as her blood sister departs. Hey, she's gone. The rest of us are headed back. What about you? Sure, I don't see why not.
The 8 scribes bless us with their
Hey, headwind leveled. I used to think the scribes were just the stuff of stories. But all of this really is their doing, isn't it? Alright, so I was working toward... I will get moon formation. While bearing the orb, Headwind and his allies move and pass the orb more quickly.
A flash of inspiration for next time.
And Rookie leveled. Faster, stronger, and a little better looking, too. I mean, is there anything I can't handle? I was working toward guiding light. Oh, the second jump, though. Oh, we're gonna go for Moonsault, I think. Extra jump for Rookie. Oh, she didn't quite get to her first level up? Come on.
Until the stars align.
After overcoming the essence rather soundly, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move and how best to integrate Pamitha into the group. A triumvirate of winged harps harboring a deep hatred for the Commonwealth. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my air fresh so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rites will cause my path and Tamitha's to cross again before long. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust is what got us here. Isn't that right, Rookie? But Rookie does not seem to hear the question. He has been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Reader, I ask a moment of your time outside. There is somewhere I may ask we go here in Black Basin, reader. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? You look towards the heavens. Seek now your destination! Ooh, the vernal star. What other stars can we see? Negotiators. Well-cultured and influential. Adventurous and outgoing. Okay. Lou, the vernal star. The Glade of Lou, directly due west. Then it is just as my client indicated. According to the stars, the next right. The great sap scholar, Lou Slorian, here vanquished the root titan, limbless Arazek. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in Wakingwood, due west. How do we find him? He shall find us. So, how did Hedwyn and the others get entrusted with this quest if they've never met Sandalwood? It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west, where he supposedly awaits. Ametha's moonshine! Kept close at hand in the off chance of a good occasion or a very bad one. Oh, it's the kind with a snake inside it. Oh, that's me drinking from it. Whoops. I wonder if I get something if I get drunk. Probably not. You approach Pamitha, who has kept to herself since she joined your small band. You sense she is unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader darling. In those first moments when we met, that vote of confidence in me which you relayed to that nice Hedwyn boy, I'm grateful you were willing to see past these wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group, and you just go with it. However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see. I've business with my blood sister Tamitha, and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story, all in all. One that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again. Maybe not soon, but in time. And we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Excuse me. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest, until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me, and besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. All right, continue your journey. Alright, to Sulphur Main. The one path down the cliffs is rather treacherous. The wagon has hit a snag descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck. Jodariel is not pleased. First that blasted little bird, now this! Though you lack Jodariel's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all of the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He is very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward, down the jagged slopes, toward Wakingwood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the forked paths is best. You know, I really don't like that, Gilman refuses to take part in the first right after you get him. Like, from a game design perspective, I don't like that. I would have liked to be able to use Gilman right away. Flamberg. Sir Gilman claims he can dig up something valuable here. Pamitha says she can procure a talisman here. Ooh. Let's get the talisman. Having gone the route Pamitha recommended, she directs you toward a particular crag, no more conspicuous than any other. They clip our wings before they cast us down, you know. But just the same, we learn to flit around a bit. Just watch. Pamitha swoops up to a nearby peak and disappears behind it. She does not keep you waiting long and returns bearing an item of some sort. For you, reader darling, we high-wing remnants stash away such things for such occasions. Titan Tooth! After blocking airborne adversaries, the bearer briefly stuns them and knocks them back. Oh, okay, cool. Having passed beyond the black crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of Waking Wood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling, he ought to have met us here. I thought you said you weren't sure if he was still alive, minstrel. You said he would find us himself. Aye, he was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire for the stars to be your guide, as always. The rites beckon, and the rites take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. What if the minstrel is Sandalwood? Then let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel notes two possible paths forward from this point, though cautions that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. Needlefield? I don't want to go to a place called Needlefield. Says his client Sandalwood studied the rites here. His client Sandalwood once resided here. Ooh. Do I go to Sandalwood's old house, or do I get what is probably vocation time? That's a good question. I'm curious about Sandalwood's house. I'm curious about Sandalwood's house. I'm going to go to Greymoor. Sandalwood has led a long life, compared with any of you at least. In the latest years of his exile, he became rather reclusive for a variety of reasons he shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here in these woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you remain quite lost. God damn it! The woods seem to have encroached. There is no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backward appear to match the route you took to this point. Oh, alright. The Emptizo seems to wish to go towards this location. Ray seems drawn to this location for some reason. Will one of these let me go back and get to Needlefield? Do we go with Ray or Tizo? Let's see what Ray has to say. To Burnt Grove. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Jodariel. Ooh. Alright, before we feed Jodariel to the Beyonder Crystal, I'm going to take a quick break and go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Alright, I'm back. Let's feed Jodariel to the Beyonder Crystal. Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I have been imprisoned here? 1,000 years? Maybe guessing at an absurd number may do something to raise Sandra's spirits a bit. You guessed that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough, I shall be getting there. I have been imprisoned thus for 837 years. According to my count, at least. It is possible that I have lost track, although, given my state, I can assure you that I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I knew it! She's one of the scribes! I expected my own death, regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this. Certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long that it has been. Although, enough of that for now. Let us get back to business. to defeat the Huns.
Vira prohibere som.
That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear that is not a secret I can teach. But let us bring her forth regardless. Soon Jodariel appears in heed of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? What is the meaning of this? Reader, where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You are good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weaknesses perhaps outweigh your strengths, though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. Oh, harpies. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, damn it. Wow, they just threw that away. They just threw that away. They were on top of my flame. Oh, shit! Wow, okay, passed it to me and then knocked me out. Got it. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I am never satisfied, demon. However, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? Solium's horn. Jodariel casts her aura farther and faster than usual. Sandra's second blade managed to graze her target's face, twisted as it was with sorrow, not with rage. Oh, I gotta read the description of Ruki's talisman. I guess we'll give that to Jadariel. Oh no, we've given her a quickness talisman. Yeah, I guess we'll leave the quickness talisman on her. Sift through the ashes.
Visalia.
He was here! He was here! You mean Sandalwood? If I may ask, how can you be so certain?
Maricasta?
I think from this. It says something. I don't know what it says, but I feel like it has to mean something. Ray produces a small strip of bark she found in the ashes. At first, it seems like nothing of interest, until you see a message carved onto the inside. Found a bark strip. It must mean something. Can be sold at the slug market. Come to Cinderroot, S. So, it's some kind of message from this Sandalwood guy. Seems that way. Which way to Cinderroot? Hush clearing south of the Glade of Loo. Grounds well traveled by saps knowledgeable in the rites. It is due west. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone, rest up. Big day coming up. Alright, hold my leader skills. Alright, more hope. Continue your journey to Cinderroot. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. What if Ray is Sandalwood? You sense the hopes of your companions waning as your search through the area yields nothing. Then something startles the little imp Tizo. Scraw! Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something, or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges toward him, and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo. But you look famished. Here. Oh, he's got those Frieza ears. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately with great pleasure. Tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition, having allied with them, the Commonwealth achieved in decades what it could not achieve in centuries. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Volfred Sandalwood. He is the lone minstrel's client, Hedwyn's informant, and leader of the Nightwings. It has been too long, Volfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. If not your outfit. They do, sir. I think that you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my boy, though we shall manage on our own from here on out. Are you kicking me out? You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you are free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all of this. Wolford intends to relieve you of your duties to the group. You've been assured your freedom. You categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. Yeah, I want... I will insist on staying. You stand your ground, meeting Volfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Volfred, sir. I'm Hedwyn. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you and also to this reader. Not just a reader, he is our friend. My friend. He's not disposable. We made him a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Volfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hoped that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. I don't like him. Now then, Tariq. I, Volfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Volfred strides toward the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Volfred Sandalwood joined you. He knows much of the rites. Welcome him aboard, I guess. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the glade of Lu, where the stars directed you. Volfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. Page revealed. The Demon. In the words of Gol Golathonian, the Master General, Emperor Mur. Scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp, Haub, proved of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. All right, Volfred. You have left no mark on this place. You didn't bring anything with you. As you approach Volfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon, rather than he in yours. Oh, he's smoking a pipe. He studies you in silence for a time. Then, Tariq, if you have a moment. Aye, Volfred, sir. What is it? This reader. You deem him worthy, by your estimation? The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that his achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet he and the others followed them. Indeed. Your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of him, I wonder? Skrahaki! Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. Why, thank you, Tizo. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't oft spoken by those two, my boy. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now, pardon us. Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder.
Igriata ligaratos. Jare agitensa.
All right, shopkeep. Oh, hey, you guys. You know, I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise, which we opened here just now. So, give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Rod. Once per right, if the bearer's pyre is extinguished, it is instead restored by +5. Ooh, okay. It only costs 25 gold. Why can we sell the bark strip? I guess I'll sell the bark strip. I could sell one of these. The extra life for the pyre, or the extra chance for the pyre, is pretty good. I haven't really needed it yet. I'm going to hold on to the talismans I've got. Let us commence the rite. You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Lu, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time. But then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles toward you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Well, goodness, by the roots of Lu Sclorian, it would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. Third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise or the Philosopher. He is said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows to the river of his name. Oh, but where are my manners? One moment. The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. Oh, you're a funky fellow. You've got a funky theme, too. H. Manly Tinderstoff, at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. He is a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know us as the Chastity. Why would you call yourselves that? We soon shall stand against you in the rites. For now, I am just whiling away the time, making small talk. A triumvirate bent on exploiting the rites to gain status in the Commonwealth. Now then, as I have introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then, in your mind's eye, you see Volfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstoff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well, Beneath her mask, Jodariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Volfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why now, how very rude indeed. Well, fine. Ignore me, but you do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rite commences, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now come along, come along. Manly bows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn.
Once again, the stars align.
Alright, do we bring Gilman in? Might be fun to see how he works.
I have to say, you've come so very far. But there
Oh,
are
this is a pretty
those such
arena.
as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great.
Oh, those roots are messed up.
It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
Oh wow, you're rooting for us, disembodied voice? I wonder, oh honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. So there's hazards in these woods, huh? Which is interesting because I don't see any obstacles in the arena, so I guess the hazards are invisible? When Jodariel continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent! Then fine, let us begin the dance indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper station in the Commonwealth. Oh, a sap, a harpy, and a human. Alright. Equip Titan Tooth in your cargo. It's telling me to equip the Titan Tooth? Who? Who do we want to use?
Go on.
Yeah, I'm thinking, disembodied voice. Might just be you have a talisman you're not using and you have an empty slot. I don't recall this particular prompt. Fair enough. Yeah, I think I will try Gilman. Let's give him the Titan Tooth.
Sir Gilman.
Okay. Let's pick Pamitha as well. And our good... Oh, yeah, it is a mechanic that if you use Pamitha, you can't use Jodariel. Interesting. Well, let's choose our mainstay rookie.
Rookie. It is done.
Let's shut this guy up already. Are you quite ready? Finally, oh Nightwings. May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, come along. Let's give the stars a show. Oh. May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr., Why, he is every bit my equal, and is poised to guarantee the Tinderstoff line shall have a bright, bright future. Manly's sapling, which not only has a name, but bears a similar posture and likeness to him. So I have to kill the sapling as an area hazard. Alright. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. This knight does not know about you, good Pamitha, but he is quite finished listening to that sap's idle blather. Say no more. Would that he would say no more either. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen? The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader. There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself.
Oh, come on.
Somebody get the orb. The Nightwings thus assert themselves.
Hell yeah. Oh ho, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I. How long does it take Pamitha to respawn?
Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Sir Gilman plunges into the fire.
Well, that was easy. Oh dear, the woods are closing in, uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this that much sooner. He just said oof.
Be gone, you lot. Her wings have served her true.
Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here? Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it. So cease with all your scurrying about with that damned orb, and let me handle this. Walls are closing in.
The orb.
Alright, well, that was my fault. Oh, damn it. Whoa! Why'd you pass backwards? Got it. Alright, you Nightwings, I've had it up to here with you. Or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all of these encroaching plants, these miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. I love the boing noise.
Their flame has died a little. No more than a lick of flame.
Oh, hey, shut up.
Now for their pyre. Oh,
Oh, I forgot to jump a second time.
ouch.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
From burning flame.
Wow, he threw that fast.
And it is done.
Hell yeah.
The Nightwings prevail. Their adversaries prove no match for them. Thus end this night's proceedings.
That ought to wipe the smug look off that sap's face. Yeah, that's how we do it, people. Well, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, 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 very disappointed. I thought, perhaps, that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, and all. What would we have gotten out of surrendering? Instead, however, you decided to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Gilman leveled.
Desperate for honor, this Sir Gilman may yet learn something.
Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. Alright, what do you get, Gilman? Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished. He shall instantly return. That seems a little weak. Once per round, when saluting his adversaries, Sir Gilman freezes all exiles for 3 seconds. Sir Gilman's allies are banished. He moves faster than usual and temporarily has infinite stamina. Ooh. In 10 seconds after banishing an adversary, Sir Gilman deals an additional 10 damage to the adversary's Pyre. Ooh. After Sir Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. Okay. After using his slash, Sir Gilman can use it again to instantly return to his previous position. Ooh, okay. Sir Gilman's slash banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect. Useful as well. After using his slash, Sir Gilman instantly recovers all his stamina. Ooh, alright. Alright. I guess we'll go the Tactics of the Underking tree.
The might of the sea sojourner. The exiled Tamitha perhaps can learn the errors of her kind.
Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether or not you like it. What do you mean catching up? You beat her. Alright, Tamitha. Well, flying Tamitha moves faster. Tamitha can use her dash ability in rapid succession and for less stamina. Ooh. After saluting her adversaries, Tamitha instantly switches places with her nearest ally. Tamitha permanently gains +8 quickness, making her move much faster. Good fucking god. Oh, well, she only has 12 quickness to start with, but that puts her on par with Ruki. For 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, Tamitha moves 30% faster than usual. While casting her aura, Tamitha can trigger an aura burst that banishes nearby adversaries. If Tamitha is banished while Winged Fury's effect is active, she returns quite twice as quickly as usual. Tamitha permanently gains +4 to quickness, presence, and hope, making her better all around. Ooh. Ooh, we have to choose between the all-rounder or making her super fast. I value being super fast. And I like these abilities, so I guess we'll go with Swift Flight.
The holy power of the eldest matriarch. Until the next prime.
That was well done, my boy. I am beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. I'm better at this than you would be, Sandalwood. After defeating the Chastity in a decisive victory, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. It was more than adequate. We got scored on once. Adequate? Yes, adequate for the next part of our plan. Go, have your reader there consult the stars. See where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up, which Gilman is not going to like. Did this knight hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Wolfred mentioned. I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Wolfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer thanks to you. Once more, you look toward the heavens. Seek now your destination. Oh, that's a different looking star. Solium, the golden star. So now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north, where looms Mount Elodio, and at the very top, the fall of Solium. The sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived? Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The temple at the highest point of the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Wolfred, sir, how did you know? Wolfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he is directing them at you.
I, too, can read, my boy.
Oh, shit. He's speaking directly to the player.
Forbidden though the words may be.
He turns back to Hedwig. Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique. But, as I said, I'll let him do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan. Yeah? What's the plan, Sandalwood? What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is, indeed. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. And, for that matter, so can I. If you'll excuse me. Yeah, I noticed that it was in English. Games with similar switching to normal speak is always a really good moment. Yeah, that was really cool. You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Alright. My throat hurts, so I'm gonna down some water. And rest my voice for a moment. Okay. Alright. This part of the clouds here, or whatever this is, just looks like a giant pair of tits. With the chest over here. Alright, continue your journey. At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Sklorian Shore. Volfred reveals this to be the one path through the woods into the north. Okay, so this feels kind of climactic, but this can't be any further than the halfway point of the game, because it's been heavily implied we're going to be fighting all these teams again later, and I feel like we're going to be ditching Sandalwood for one reason or another shortly. Like, we're not going to agree with whatever this plan is, and we're going to have to split up with him. So I'm guessing we're about to hit the halfway point of the game. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodiel. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. Oh, that's a lot of options. Freedom means being able to make decisions on your own terms, clear conscience and a carefree heart, answering to no one's will other than your own, able to go where the heart yearns without restriction and without fear, not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed, living life without concern for others' judgment or approval, just another empty goal to chase to give one's life a false sense of meaning, means not being forced in responding to such questions. I'm going to go with having no master. I think. Because that's the closest to what I would call freedom. Answering to no one's will other than your own. You tell Volfred that freedom means not having to answer to anyone and going through life beholden only to one's own will. He considers your remarks for a short while. Perhaps you led a troubled childhood, my boy, for all of us at one time or another have to answer to someone with more wisdom in the world than we. Though you make reference to the kind of authority which governs the Commonwealth we know, which sent us down the river into exile. Would you be free if you were ruled beneath those bylaws once again? He then turns his attention to the whole group. It would be better than being out here in the wastelands, or I guess it's not really wastelands where we are right now, but in the Helllands. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. He looks out toward the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more. And you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost. And the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. Are we going to end the rites? Is that what your plan is? To destroy the rites? I don't think I'm down for that. Like, those give hope to a lot of people, and they give people the chance to go back to a life of sanity and comfort, and not in the Helllands. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. So is Pamitha going to speak up at all in these cutscenes? The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites. Then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. Burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. You're plotting a revolt. That's the size of it. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like so many others. So, if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth as you are doing here, then speak now. Volfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rites and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom? You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volfred turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northward path. The only way to reach the base of Mount Elodiel. Beyond lies Mount Elodiel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Discuss the plan. Oh, the Beyonder Crystal seeks headwind. Oh, let's talk to Volfred again. There you are, my boy. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Volfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then... You're not going to read this in English? You do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this, I sense, is nascent still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet. You're friends, and that explains a lot. Wait, do the readers not get to return to the Commonwealth? They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. Oh, God damn it! I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves, other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected, when at first we met, that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Volfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So, once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees, not for you nor for any one of us. See, I don't trust you. Right? Like, he keeps trying to drive me away so that he can take over the reader position. I don't trust this. Do you understand? I do understand. Hang on. Oh, if Volfred really wishes to know your thoughts on the subject, he knows where to find them. I will say I understand. You understand the words of warning, yet, just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself, and like freedom for my friends. I admire that, my boy. Then, very well. Know that we have much at stake here in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into that commonwealth which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. How very kind of you to visit me again like this, O lovely reader. For I was just standing about in the blackness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind. Not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch, living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you or just cripple you for life. An ancient band of killers, trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. All the sisters needed was a name and a sum of 500 sol up front. How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through glorious battle with the scribes, or in sparring session with my master? But I've not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Wait, how old is this team? How old is this team? How long has Sandalwood been involved with it? How old is the minstrel? Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, the lot of them. Ah, but what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then, if only I could die. Ooh. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it is taken away. So, given your mortality, let's say that we get back to business here. Alright, Hedwyn. Let's feed Hedwyn to the Beyonder Orb. Then who exactly do you have in mind? You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwyn. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then let us bring him forth. Soon Hedwyn appears in heed of the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy. You answer to me here. Understood. You are a fool. Do not talk back to me. Also, don't accept that immediately, Hedwyn. Come on. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid, save for that of your lovely reader there. Oh, the full team. All right. Oh, I didn't dash in time. Oh, right, the dash. Made it. Okay. The free spirit. I pressed the dash button instead of the jump button. Damn it. Got it. We did it! It seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? Cole's Bracer. Hedwyn powercasts his aura with greater ease and gains infinite stamina on hit for 2 seconds. Ooh, okay. We'll give that to him immediately. Discuss the plan. Earlier, Volford called for a group meeting. presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. Only one of us can get back? At a time? But I swore that we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. Oh, am I going to have to pick somebody to send away at the end of the first stretch of the game? Who I won't be able to use from then on? Ooh, does it have to be somebody in the final rite I undertake up here? You, Hedwyn, and the others exchanged glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Elodial, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if he do not merely skim that chapter of the book. It is said the scribes themselves keep watch over Scribe's Gate. The judgment of the scribes determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. Yeah, the demons don't exactly have a lack of presence, Sandalwood. We know. Fall of Solium, one of the downside celestial landmarks. The temple at the highest point in the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. The Tempers, a mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival of the Nightwings, led by the demon Ignarius. He is a notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates in the rites. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then, once one of the triumvirates prevails, their somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. So the final game is a 1v1. Ooh. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this. The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever and freedom from the downside is impossible. Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So then, that's it. We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays. For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed, for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Wolfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Elodial. So only one of us can go back at a time. Are we going to have to repeat the whole thing again, but with only 6 players instead of 7? And then 5 players instead of 6? Do the other teams know about this? We certainly didn't. All right, well, we're going to study in private. +1 presence to the team. Continue your journey. Mount Elodial. Here before you lies Mount Elodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What if the one person who gets to go back is the reader? And Volfred's been trying to get rid of me so that he can go back. Ooh. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Ooh, that is a good question. Why you indeed, madam? That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Ooh, what responsibilities? Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Wait, do the people who go back go on to the Banishment Council? Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire, thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwyn over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon, and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts. Gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Yes, this is important. I guess no, that's quite enough is the speedrunner option? Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understood your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? On a blooded moon at the fall of Solium, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. The anointed champion shall then plunge into the Shimmer Pool and return in glory. Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen. You are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. So the Nightwings always win? You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common right, then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So, you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. Oh no, I have to send one of the people who I've used the most! Oh no! The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. We only got 2 questions, Volfred! Some murmur to themselves about all this as Volfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. Emperor's Ascent or Emperor's Fall? What's the Emperor's Fall? Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. Ray believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Do we go for a trinket or a stat boost? We're going to go for the stat boost. Emperor's Ascent. We haven't indulged Ray that much. Well, actually, we indulged Ray earlier in the stream. But, let's indulge Ray. The sublime beauty of Mount Elodio, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Ray has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? Screw-coo? Tizo seems not to share Ray's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. You've been here before, Tizo, isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry. Wait, is that? Something about her changes then. Wait, look. But Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Scracree? Tizo seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but Ray rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished. Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome, that we're welcome here. Ray runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. +2 hope. Hell yes. I don't want to go through a cistern. High Road. A passing whim to see the view from here. Gibbon wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. We haven't indulged Gilman, I don't think. Which do we do? Hmm. Oh, excuse me. Seeing the view would probably get us a stat buff. The sister would probably get Gilman a buff and the rest of us a nerf. Or a debuff. I'm going to take the Temple High Road. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say. No sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling him. Oh, that. It's just... I've just been giving lots of thought to everything that Volfred's told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or... I don't mean to put it that way. One of us could go free. We earn our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. Decide who gets to go, if anyone. It is going to be up to me. Oh. So wait, if we only get to go back one by one, what happens when there's less than 3 of us left? Or less than 3 of them, plus me. Doesn't a team need 3 people? This might all be part of Volfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you. And even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Volfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing in the rites and be stuck down here together, just like this. The 2 of you walk on in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Hedwyn turns to you again. Thanks for the company. I think I'm better now. Hedwyn feels more prepared for the next rite. That's vague. Hope likewise for the best. I guess we bring in Hedwyn? Oh, he got EXP. Yeah, there's definitely a whole bunch more game to go, considering how much EXP you'd need to get to Tier 5. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please, follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. She watches over Scribe's Gate and seems to be connected to the lone minstrel and the rites. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures toward the rest of you. Now, each of you, in turn, state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Hedwyn the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I am regarded by the name of Ruki Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess. With my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Ooh, is honesty... I guess honesty is the best policy, but is that going to get you through the gate? Oh, my name is Ray, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Scree-yeek. Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Pamatha Thane. I'm only here because my sister's here. Then, as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You. I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you. I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. Ooh! They're letting me choose backstory details this late in the game? Alright. When they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you, and you could not run far. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to the downside nonetheless. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the High-Wing remnants afflicted you since birth. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. I like the idea of being a scholar. I think I answered to that effect early in the game. So I am just a crippled scholar. You have always sought to understand the world around you. That knowledge proved dangerous in the Commonwealth, but now it has brought you to this point. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. Say also what you truly seek to traverse Scribe's Gate. You wish to return to the Commonwealth and to live out your days there, doing as you please. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. The Commonwealth, which cast you down into the downside, cannot be forgiven. All you expect is that the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. I want to help my friends. The companions you have met here, who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside, your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq? I, Celeste? Be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. What's the history between you two? I mean, clearly Tariq is from the era of the 8 scribes, as is Celeste. From the top of Mount Elodium, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you cross to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Page revealed the mercy shown. Oh. River frost. So cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer. Keepsake from Sclorian Shore. All right, Jodariel, what have you got on your mind? Jodariel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Ruki? None as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what did I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Ruki. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against a wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well, that's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people, if one of us gets out. That's been bugging me a while now. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwyn slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do. But we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So, it's like this. If any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there on the other side to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What, you think they're going to build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try. Jodariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn, and Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom, yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. You and your three companions each gained +1 hope for the liberation rite. Steel yourself in turn. Book of Rites. The mercy shown, in the words of Golgolathanian, the Master General. The imp Haub and I, we helped to save my emperor, and when the danger did subside, my emperor, Solium Mur, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Golathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So, if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the land together, and together with the imp we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did." Oh, man. All right, Slug Shop. Slug Market. Psst. Hey, guys. So you're aware and all. I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, all right. It was so you could buy from me. You're here because I got the lowest prices in all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock. You're going to get a lot of value there, an awful lot. What is this? Unlearn any masteries and choose again for 20 gil. All right. I guess 20 sol is the name of the currency. Oh, certain talismans +3. Okay. I'll hold off for now. Okay. So here's my question, Jojo. We're at the time limit. I want to cap it off with this last right, but I want to know if it's going to launch me into like 40 minutes of cutscenes or whatever. Or if it's going to launch me into the end of the game. I don't think it's going to launch me into the end of the game. But I want to make sure. Hi, Cobweb. It's not the end of the game. Okay. Cutscenes shouldn't be that bad. Okay, cool. All right, we'll go over time a little bit, and do the final liberation. We'll do the liberation rite. Is everyone prepared, Hedwyn? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers in the rites this night. What happens if we fail? Hedwyn, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free, instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity, and make the most of it. Tonight our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance, and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. The plan's current probability of success, 19%. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. I just noticed there are 8 stars in that constellation for the 8 scribes. Your story shall continue regardless of the outcome of this or any rite. You need but see it through. Okay.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium.
Those statues of the scribes?
You ought to be commended for your guidance, reader. But only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand.
Oh, there's Celeste and Tariq.
Some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction.
They do need an introduction.
Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. You know who I am already. Elvis, apparently. But look at what we got here. The damned Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never going to see the day again. He takes notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you! He indicates Jodariel. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages, not in these damned robes. Jodariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asked. Satisfied? Whoa, you must be new. Jodariel soon puts her mask back on. Enough talk. Have at you! I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is, I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we ought to stick together. You literally just said that you won't be around to hang out with her. Now come on! Ignorius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. Oh, is it a team of demons? Oh, no it's not. Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? I have to choose now? The lone minstrel gets your attention in his subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision. I do have to give up one of the ones I've used the most. They have to be at least tier 3. Oh no! I have to get rid of one of the ones I've used the most! Okay, actual question. If I leave a talisman on if I leave a talisman on her, and she gets chosen and goes to the Commonwealth, will she take the talisman with her, or will I get to keep the talisman? You have to pick from your top 3. God damn. You get the talisman back. Okay. Okay. I guess of these 3, the one I least want to hang on to is Jodariel. Yeah, let's send Jodariel back.
Jodariel.
Me? Why? Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well. Then, under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of this eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Jodariel shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exile Ignorius shall go free instead. She then turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate to strive alongside Jodariel and see to her return in glory?
Who shall be at her side?
Okay. Let's bring Ray and Gilman. Me? Oh, yes, I will, I will.
Sir Gilman.
By this knight's honor, he shall do his very best. Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choices, reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the lone minstrel. Now, are you yourself prepared, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Then let us all begin. Nightwings, been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me. Does he have a worm on his team? He does.
Commence.
Jumped right into Judariel. Oh, I walked right into Ignorius. Whoops. Damn it. This is a good song, yeah. Wait, how much health does their Pyre have? Their Pyre has so much health. Oh, damn it. No, that wasn't the jump button. Oh, he's guarding it. Damn it. Made it, okay. Enemy teams can also use talismans, yep. You good-for-nothing Nightwings. Skip out on us for years and years, then show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody out for once. Now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it. I used to be the best. At this at least, but now? The pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Oh, Moira. I doubt you'd even recognize me anyway. Oh. Come on, Nightwings. Let's see you keep this up. Making me feel bad.
Whom you face was once a man, long since tainted by the downside, or rather by his crimes.
That was not the right button.
His penance is not yet complete. Disaster. Such wherewithal.
All right, one more good shot.
The rite is nearly ended.
Oh, come on. Made it.
There it is, at last. The Nightwings wings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not.
Sorry, Ignarius.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
So, do we get to go again? Ugh, what a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting for so damn long. Damn it. Damn it. Nightwings. Be seeing you around, I guess. And next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky. Is this gonna take years of in-game time? Or of in-universe time? After all this time. She turns her gaze toward the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. A seldom seen celestial phenomenon linking the downside back to the Commonwealth. Thus, beneath a blooded moon, the Sclorian waters rise for but a moment, only to fall again. Downside legend. Farewell then, reader. All of you. For now. Jodariel earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Alright, she leveled. The 8 scribes, they so inspire me. And now I feel that I have grown somehow closer to them, maybe? Alright, what do we got for her? Sprinting race slows nearby adversaries. Ray is banished while jumping shields shall instantly return versus brief charge up time. Easier and faster and farther. Web feet.
The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours.
Alright, so how's this going to work? After your victory over the Tempers in the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I don't know what I'm going to do without her here. Well, look on the bright side. It's one less mouth to feed. Well, that's callous, rookie. We'll see Jodariel again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. What about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that. Reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Elodiel is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Jodariel as you look toward the heavens. Gaze into the darkness of night. Seek now your destination! There is none. All the stars are gone. There's not even anything at the bottom. You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn. And when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. Oh, all right. All right. Well, that's a good stopping point, I guess. Yeah. All right, well, cool. And so the cycle begins anew. And we'll be whittling down the team one by one. Oh, man. Is the final battle going to be with just one player? That's going to be interesting. I wonder how long this is going to take in universe. I'm liking this game a lot. I'm liking this a lot. Oh man. Yeah, I like this game a lot. I'm glad I got to play this. Next time, Season 2. Okay, so that's the last of the patron picks for the month. So from here on out, it's going to be, for a while, Fire Emblem Engage. We may or may not be doing some tonight. My throat's kind of sore, and I may just chill out and play Pokemon or whatever. But tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST, we'll be doing Fire Emblem Engage. On Tuesday at 2:30 p.m., we'll be doing Fire Emblem Engage because I have therapy from 1 to 2 that day. And then Wednesday, 1 p.m. and onwards until the 27th when the Dead Space remake comes out. At which point, I will be getting that and streaming that until I finish it, and then going back to Fire Emblem Engage, because I can't imagine we'll be done with Fire Emblem Engage by the time Dead Space comes out. So that's the schedule upcoming. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.